Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about personalizing your virtual classroom and how to change your virtual classroom background in Schoology. So this is the template picture. You can certainly keep this if you wanted, but today I'll be showing you how to update it to something a little bit more personalized. So in my Schoology course, if I want to change out my template picture or add my Bitmoji to my template picture, or if you created a virtual classroom background in your prior professional development, you can dump that into your course right now, or you could change it out seasonally if you wanted to. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. So what you have right now in your course is an announcement pinned at the top. And this announcement is all linked to buttons that will take your students to different folders in your course. But this announcement is all created in the backend folder called Behind the Scenes. When I click on the Behind the Scenes folder, I will see that there's one page available to me, and it is the elementary buttons template. So if I click on that page, I will see the header that's at the top of my Schoology page, including that background that we set as the template. So if you wanted to switch out this background, this is where you are going to do that. If you have already created a background with a Bitmoji or whatever you wanted to include, you could skip this next step. But if you haven't, there is a link to the elementary virtual classroom slides where you have different Google Slides options available to you for different classroom backgrounds, or you could include a picture of your own classroom if you wanted it to look like your actual brick and mortar classroom, and put a Bitmoji of yourself there. The easiest way to do that is to add a slide with your picture as the background, and then you can put a Bitmoji or a picture, whatever you wanted, of yourself there. I am going to use this slide right now, and I am going to make sure that I make a copy of this entire presentation or the selected slides in my own Google Drive so that several people aren't editing it at the same time. But since I've already made a copy, I'm just going to duplicate the slide so I have one that is not edited and one that I'm going to use for myself. So you can see that when you type in it, this text box allows you to change the message. And you could put up whatever announcement you wanted or background you wanted at that time. And if you want to upload your Bitmoji, I have my Bitmoji saved on my desktop. So I am going to insert an image. I'm going to upload it from my computer. And I have a picture of myself standing. Just going to go ahead and insert that. Maybe I'll put that Bitmoji right here. And I will have her standing in front of the bookshelf. And if you're happy with the way it looks at that time, you can certainly switch it however you wanted or mess with it. So what I want to do now is I want to save this slide as an image. So if I go to File, I want to download. And I want to download the current slide as a JPEG, which is an image. So I'm going to choose JPEG image, current slide. Now this will download to your downloads folder. All right, so now I want to click back to my behind the scenes folder on my elementary buttons template. And I am going to click the settings wheel, and I'm going to edit the page. And now I see my old classroom image here. I'm going to highlight that image by clicking on it, and I'm going to hit backspace to delete it. And now I have open space above the first button to join our Microsoft Teams meeting. So I want to insert new content. So I'm going to click on the Insert Content button, and a little drop-down menu will appear. I want to insert an image because that background now is my image. So I'm going to click the image, and it will ask me to attach the file, which I have saved to my computer. And I have my elementary virtual classroom image here. I'm going to click open. It looks a little large, so I'm going to resize it down by clicking on it and dragging the corners. And now it looks like a little bit better size. I want to make sure everything is centered on my page, so I will hit Control A to highlight everything on my page. And I just want to make sure that I'm going to hit Align Center. And then if I scroll down, I'm going to save my changes. Once the page reloads, you'll be able to see your new classroom background with your Bitmoji right there. If you need to resize and make it smaller or larger or do any other editing, you can go back in and edit the page again. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to update the announcement on my page so that this template actually looks the same on my materials page. You can see on my materials page, the announcement hasn't been updated. So I need to go back and edit that announcement. So I'm going to go back down to my behind the scenes folder, right where I just was in that buttons template. And I'm going to click edit on the settings gear. And I can see my new page is here. The easiest way to select everything on the page again is to hit Control A to select all and Control C to copy everything on this page. So once I hit Save Changes, I've copied everything on this page. I want to go back to updates because I'm saving this as an announcement in my updates, just like you did before. I can go ahead and get rid of my most recent update because I don't want that background pinned as the announcement anymore. I'm going to delete this update because I'm going to post a new update right here in my page. So I have it copied. I'm going to now paste it into this text box by hitting Control V. And if you just scroll, you can see that the links, although they don't look like they're formatted correctly because the text box is very small, they're there with my new picture at the top. Don't forget, don't hit post yet until you click the little text bubble and you want to mark this course update as an announcement. So it'll be pinned at the top of your page. So I'm going to check that box and then I'm going to hit post. Once you hit post, your page should refresh. And even if you go back to that materials page that the students will be visiting, you will see your new Bitmoji classroom page there or your background page, and your links should stay active because you linked them before. You could switch out these backgrounds or templates then whenever you wanted to by following these same steps.